Hello, everybody. My name is Bryce, and this is the first session of Undertow, a cyberpunk campaign, but it's a cruise ship, so that's pretty cool. It's my first time doing a GMing thing, so I thought I may as well stream it. That could be a lot of fun. And I am joined by, y'all want to introduce yourself and your characters?
Hi, I'm Queen of House Ketsu. I play I play Pinball, who is an exotic rocker boy. He's a synth musician, loves analog synth sounds, electric synth sounds, everything in the EDM and kind of emotional techno sphere. You know, from Skrillex to Daft Punk, everywhere in between. Kind of the cyberpunk version of that. He's very laid back. He's very chill. He's been through a lot, but he doesn't harbor a lot of anger towards the world. You know, it's just here to have a good time and help people if he can.
Sounds cool.
I am Foxkip. I play Milk, a techie. His life just sucks ass. Just humongous ass. Yeah, he's got a government official enemy that he publicly humiliated.
This shit getting rolled was so wild. We were laughing our asses off when this was getting rolled. Oh my lord.
So he's the protagonist, basically.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And that enemy can throw a powerful corporation at him. And the end of this relationship is one of us dies, presumably.
Fun!
I can't believe that this character is just named Milk. That's gonna throw me. I'm never gonna get used to that.
Okay.
He's also... Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Jack. I'm playing Petro, who's a Haitian Ripper Dot guy, an immigrant from Haiti, with a real fuck up we ball attitude. His backstory isn't as tragic as Foxkip's over here, but it's still pretty cool.
Okay. Hello everyone, Editing Bryce here. Before we begin, I would just like to let you know that while you can follow along to the session without looking at the video, images will occasionally pop up to provide some additional context. So you don't miss them, they will be given this sound effect. Thank you and enjoy the video. Our story begins in the ports of Night City. A pungent smell wafts through the air at the early hours of the day. A mix of burning trash and fish makes its presence known. The ships in the port range all over, from a rundown fishing boat to a yacht to a full-blown cruise ship. But none of them compared to the towering behemoth at the end of the port. The three of you find yourselves before the Monarch of the Tide, a towering vessel 20 stories tall and nearly half a mile long. The bow of the ship is a beautiful monarch butterfly made of glass, the sun sparkling off of its surface. You find yourself in the royal boarding line, surrounded front to back by high-ranking members and other folks whose richness makes you sick. The line itself leads to a grand class elevator, taking people in groups of 4 to the top deck. On the other end of the ship, you can see the entrance for the other two classes, the Surf and Noble line. They are forced to climb aboard a standard walkway into one of the bottom levels. You all remember while you're here, you won a sweepstakes a while back for a month of free rent upon the luxurious cruise ship. And by some coincidence, you all happen to be right next to each other. And right away you can assume that the other two around you are sweepstakes winners, seeing as you're not taking business calls from your agent or acting like you're too good to be around someone of your status. Looks like you have a good ways to go until you're going on the elevator. What do you do?
I think there's just a solid, healthy, awkward silence before anything happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Milk just randomly taps around on his agent for nothing in particular.
So this is how is this board? Is this like a line we're on? Are we on a gangplank?
You're on the actual port, the stone of the port.
Okay.
And there's a large line going from a little little roadside area where this big building was where you went in a while earlier. There's a line outside from there to the elevator that's just taking people onto the ship. And there's a little
Okay.
gangplank before that, but you're not there yet.
And then, if I had to just throw out a rough guess of how many people are in this line to get onto this ship, are we talking like a full conference room? Are we talking like a stadium worth? Like how many?
There's not as many as a stadium. There's maybe about maybe 100, 200 on this line. Keep in mind that because of how the Monarch of the Tide works, as people can get on and off at whatever point they like when the ship's at a stop, there's probably a lot more people on the ship at the moment.
I think, is there anything divided? Is it just like a little fucking, you know, the red velvet like rope things? What's dividing this line?
Just those though. You notice on the little balls, they have the little logos of the ship company, Tall Tide Tide Incorporated. Logo's just a little whale's tail with the ship name, with the company's letters on it.
Okay. I think Pinball will try to lean against one of those posts and look out over the water, the Night City Bay, for a little bit, and then eventually turn back to the other two of them, and say, "How the hell did we get here?"
I'm just thinking to myself, was it a really good idea to board the ship that has 500 Elon Musks on it?
Who's Elon Musk?
I remember hearing about this guy from 50 years ago. He's kind of an asshole. Big rich guy, you know?
I hope he exploded.
Yeah.
Milk genuinely has zero clue how to break the ice. He just looks very out of it.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
Not tired.
What time is it? Actually, good question.
It's about in the afternoon. You would say maybe about 3, 4 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, it was. Oh, well. I'm tired. I'm usually asleep at this hour.
Really?
Yeah, night sets, you know.
I don't.
No.
I emit a slight
You, football dots. I guess that's fair. You know, if you play well, I typically play night sets in a club or a bar or something. It usually keeps me up until 2 a.m. I go home, I take care of, you know, mixing and some chores, and it's 4 a.m. before I go to bed. So, you know, I prefer to sleep in the afternoon, stay up at night.
Okay. I like robots.
I'm glad. You know, yeah.
Why is
Robots are
Discord not picking up me laughing?
What's Discord?
pretty cool. What kind of robots?
You use Z chat.
What kind of robots?
Just robots. All of them.
Business years?
Wait, can you repeat yourself?
Business of yours? Is it what you do for a living?
Yeah, that and a lot of tech.
Oh, okay. So just generalized.
Just observing this conversation, visibly amused.
Just sort of making a broad gesture with the pause here, like generalized, like technical. But you wanna make robots? Is that it?
If I'm in the mood, maybe.
Yeah. Fair enough. Not complicated. I so don't have the. Hold on. Well, I gotta. let me see if I have any of the technical knowledge to understand whatever the hell Milk is about to say. I'm gonna go with no. Well, what a nod, you know. I mean, how often do you get to work with robots? On a daily basis, or?
Depends on. Oh, wait. I shouldn't say that.
You could say whatever you want.
Huh?
Unless you don't want to. I mean, that's alright.
Do you have anything you need fixing?
Not at the moment, no, but I'll keep you in mind.
So after that,
Really is that?
yeah.
I didn't say a single goddamn word. I was just watching.
So
That shit was funny as fuck.
you must have been really lost in your enthralling conversation because you're
Yeah,
now
we were.
the next group up into the elevator. You see the elevator come back down to your level and the doors open up. There's a corporal in front of you who goes in, but there's still, room for the three of you.
And can I Pinball was just gonna size up this corporate for a second, subtly, if he can. Who is he?
He's not really paying any attention to you. He's on his age and making some business call about. It sounds like he's talking about kibble and something like that. It's a little hard to tell. He's using a lot of high corpo speak.
I see. Like a heady business call.
Yeah, he's dressed very well, maybe a bit too well for something like a cruise ship. He's probably just there on business. Most of the corpos are probably there on business, to be fair.
Side note, I'm just gonna say it out loud. Milk has terrible fashion. Just horrible.
What's he wearing?
What is he wearing right now?
Yeah.
You've got
Tell me
the
what you're
atrocious
wearing.
Yeezy slippers on.
I'm just gonna say all of the colors are clashing, and he definitely, he definitely has he definitely has a terrible it's like a really faded, maybe Hawaiian shirt. It's kind of hard to tell.
Actually, can we do a round and just describe what Pinball will look at what everyone's wearing? So Milk already said what he's kind of wearing. What about you? Oh shit, I already forgot your name. Petro, yes, sorry. That'll happen, don't worry. We'll get there.
Plain ass white t-shirt, plain jacket, some jeans, and a bunch of techno gizmos just kind of hanging around.
Alright, I like it.
I got my medical bag and shit hanging on my
It might be confident to say that Pinball looks fucking excellent, but I do have a plus 16 in personal grooming. So, if I may, I will say, Pinball looks fucking excellent. He has a unique kind of carved style. It has, recognizably what would be gang colors in Night City, but just sort of cut and carved in this way. Kind of hang off of like a black technical work jacket with these strips of cloth that are sewn into it and kind of hanging off to it, bandanas and just torn fabrics, a nice just cut like black cargo pants, and it just glows in this very subtle way, not technologically, but just like all the color is very bright and well cared for.
You definitely have noticed that you've gotten a couple looks from the execs around you.
I have a 2.
Pinball just waves at them. You have a 2 in personal grooming total?
Yeah.
You're excellent. I love it. Yeah, unassuming,
So what do y'all do?
I think.
Well, I guess we get in the elevator, and I'm probably gonna get sneered at.
Well, we'll get in the elevator. Yeah, how does this corpo regard us? Does he give us a look?
He is not paying any attention to you. He's looking out the window to the side and basically just pretending that you don't exist.
Okay. Then I think Pinball will keep trying to break the ice. He'll gesture with open digits out towards this corpo and say, I'm gonna try and do a sarcastic tone of voice, but it is really sarcastic. Say, among Night City's leisure class.
Sorry, I could not hear that. I'm
Yeah,
gonna turn up your volume.
Sorry. He says, have a look at Night City's leisure class. Unable to take a break.
Milk just like has like a very like sparse chuckle, just like he doesn't know if it's funny, but he feels like he has to laugh.
You
Wow.
kind of hear the
I'm still just gonna
corpo give like a small, like kind of groan sigh thing, but he's still keeping to himself. Actually, you hear him talking louder on the agent to try and drown you out, like very subtly.
Oh.
You
People
heard his
didn't mean to
noise.
get noticed.
Anyway, the doors close, as doors often do. So we need to go back to the document. So yeah, and the elevator begins to slowly rise up the ship. As you go up, you can see the buildings of Night City. They're not getting smaller yet, since you are still in the bottom layers. It's going relatively slowly, and that is because as you get into the ship, not screen, but and like a projection starts to play on the glass. It looks to be a office, nice little office, like maybe on top of a, well, not on top, but inside a skyscraper. That's what they're called in the universe. And a woman walks onto screen. She looks pretty plain, definitely tall. She's wearing a business casual, and she has a sailor's hat on her head, which is a little bit contrasting her style. And she starts speaking. She says, "Ahoy, valued customer. My name is Willow, and it is my honor to welcome you to the Monarch of the Seas. We here at Tall Tale Tides Incorporated have spare no expense to make your time on the high seas one to remember. But before we get into your fun vacation, first is a word from our CEO." Suddenly, the elevator stops, and the screen goes black. Sorry, go on.
Pinball just like. Can we see anything out of the window at this point in time? When it just like the screen that it stops.
Yes, you can. The screen is only taking on like a portion of the elevator.
Okay, I think Pinball like instantly goes like high alert and quietly draws a stun gun from under his vest.
As he reaches into his stun gun, hears a noise from his agent. Actually, Milk and Pedro also get notifications on their agents.
Alright, I check it.
It's from an unknown number. It's from anonymous, and it just simply says, "I have a job for you. Meet me in apartment 4127 back of the ship." And as soon as you get this notification, you hear a soft ding from the elevator, and the doors open up. You're greeted to a whirlwind of noise and an inky darkness lit up by several neon signs. The inside of this floor is around 2 stories high. You see a massive crowd of people walking up and down the ship. You can also hear some faint techno music playing over the speakers, and there's a heavy smell of cigarette smoke around the cabin. It kind of reminds you of Night City, only with slightly cleaner floors.
So, I think, I guess just on instinct, Pinball will glance over to the 2 people that he's been laughing with so far and ask, "What are your names?"
Oh yeah, I'm Petro. How you doing?
People call me
I'm
Milk.
kind of chill with it. I didn't say that out loud.
Alright. I'm Pinball. Both of you armed?
My name is Milk, bro. Yeah.
It is Night City.
Okay. So far as we're on the same team.
Alright, should we go check out this weird, like, text thing we just got?
I think so.
Alright, let's go check it out.
Pinball just comes along because of peer pressure.
It was Milk.
Oh fuck, my bad.
It's okay.
Okay, so as you step out of the elevator, you notice that the man behind you, so long as he's still talking, but he quickly realizes what's going on. He tries to step out because he's kind of thinking that maybe this was supposed to get off. But then the elevator doors close behind him, trapping him inside. And
Pinball chuckles.
just like that, the elevator turns back on and starts going up without you. So what do you do?
Hey. Can I read some of these neon signs? Where are we?
Well, the first one you see is a large one just with the number 4 on it. You also see another one another sign called the Night Deck. And then all around you see a bunch of signs lighting up places for bars, clubs, both kinds of clubs, stores, and just about everything in between. There also seems to be a couple that just seem to be straight up advertisements for both things on the ship and just normal products that you would just normally see in Night City that are also available on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we go to 4.
I have no idea how this cruise ship is laid out. Did we ever get a map during the boarding sequence? Can I pull that up?
You did get a
I'm
map
sure.
on your agent.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure our agent has a couple.
Okay, then I will try and make some kind of check to find us on the map.
Okay.
If it requires a check.
Let me see. Let me actually get your sheet up first. Okay. Why don't you... So I'm trying to figure out which one this would be. Okay, just roll me a perception check.
Alright. I have a base of 12. $19 total.
Okay. You can pretty much immediately tell where you are on the ship. I mean, you knew that when you got on, you were near the front of the ship, and obviously you can count to 4, so you know which floor you're on. You see a large thing on every floor you see has a little name. You're right on the night ship, the night layer. My bad. There seems to be both an icon for a glass elevator and a normal elevator. And you can actually see this normal elevator not too far off. However, it has a massive line of just, people. So it's going to take a long while for it to go down. You can also see on the map on your agent a couple of stores near you that's shouting out. There seems to be a convenience store nearby and a bar.
Alright. Ibald shows the other two the map and asks, well, where do you want to go first?
Oh, I should also mention, near the back end of the ship, you can see a large area just squared off saying apartments.
You could rush for the objective, or, take the long way around. I like this kind of place.
Might as well scope out the area first or something, yeah.
I think I would rather just get this done with.
Hmm. 2 versus 1, but we can always come back for the gloves.
I don't really care. Like, we can just do whatever.
Alright, let's go door knocking.
Alright. It is a bit of a walk since it is on the back of the ship. Like I mentioned before, it is half a mile down the ship. So as you're walking, you pass by a couple more clubs and bars. There's a lot of vending machines you see that are vending just about everything besides guns, not very surprisingly. Also, interestingly enough, you see free kibble dispensers on the ship for various flavors.
What is there like? Can I vend myself a drink or something? What are we looking at? What options?
There's ones for food, there's ones for drinks, there's ones for clothes, certain types of toys, if you will. Just typical stuff you would see in Night City.
Can I, is there some, oh, this is so specific. Is there some, like, cyberpunk equivalent of just, like, canned tea, you know, like Arizona green tea.
You know what? Twisted tea is probably still a thing, but I'm guessing you don't want it with alcohol.
Well, no, I mean, Pinball can do it. I think Pinball
Yeah, I
would.
was telling Rocket Boy would fucking have any problem
I
with
think a
that.
Pinball will vend himself with Twisted Tea. Yeah, Twisted Tea would survive. It just feels like it would.
So you
Milk,
get it. Go on.
Yeah, Milk gets some free kibble and just starts eating because he doesn't want to talk.
Well, it tastes like kibble, so. Yep. Not much to say there.
How much does a Twisted Tea cost me on this?
That's
show?
what I need to check. Give me one moment.
All of your eddies.
I mean, it is a cruise ship.
$70. I mean, honestly, yeah, you could say
But
that.
no, so I'm trying to figure out where this one thing
It is entirely within your power. That I wouldn't blame you. It's not only is a cruise ship, it's a cyberpunk cruise ship.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Gotta take out a loan for this one.
okay, it's just 15 eddies. Nothing too bad.
All right.
That is too bad. Oh my god.
That is pretty bad. That is pretty fucking
Is that?
bad.
Maybe. Should I
I
just lower it
mean,
down?
that makes sense for a
if
cruise
it's like-
ship. That makes sense for a cruise
A
ship.
cruise
How
ship.
much is an eddy compared to a US dollar? Is it like the same? Because if so, $15 for.
Yeah, wait.
I think eddies are worth a little bit less than $1 because like duct tape is 20 eddies.
Yeah, it's a tad less than $1.
Let me see.
Probably.
But I think it
It's
is
about-
close
okay,
to
and
$1.
eddy rounds out to about 1.8 US dollar.
Oh, it's more? Okay, I guess things have
So
increased.
$30.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
inflation.
$30.
Inflation.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wouldn't be $30. It would. Well, yeah, no, it would be. Okay, let me change that then.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
let me do a bit of.
it's a
up to
cruise
you,
ship.
man.
It makes sense. And also, I
Okay.
mean, we're gonna
It's
get
your choice. It's
free
your choice.
food and drink upstairs anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it down to 10 eddies though, because I feel like even 15 is a bit much.
Okay, I can accept that.
Okay.
Uh,
So it.
Pinball pushes a couple buttons on the dispenser, kind of hisses at the price, like, ugh. Ah, well. Money's not worth shit anyway.
It does taste good though. Yeah, you do have to give it that.
Yeah, but Pinball rejoins the group, Twisted Tea in hand. Now I'm ready.
So as you continue walking, you do spot a couple more elevators, though they are also just about equally as backed up. You also, oddly enough, find a batting cage on this floor. However, there's a big sign on it saying temporarily closed. And there's also a man on the side of this in front of this batting machine. Looks like he walks through, he's just wearing a typical baseball uniform, and he's making a call on his agent. He sounds pretty pissed.
Is he
Pinball
broken?
glances at the other two.
What did you say, Foxcap?
Oh, Milk just kind of like tries to like see if it's broken, like the machine.
It's not broken. It's a batting cage. It's like a small building with the huge, cage one on the back. However, you notice a distinct lack of baseball bats where they should be, like behind the front counter.
Oh no!
They're staging a revolt. There's a distinct lack of bats for this batting cage.
I mean, you fix things, right? Can't you help?
I can't fix something out of nothing.
Oh. Is that what it is? I figured the machine was broken. But you're right, there's no bats there. What the hell?
Sucks for them, I guess.
I don't know what I can do about a lack of bats, but something still gives me a desire to be involved.
You must be awfully nosy.
I Just like talking to people.
Milk just does like a very slight shrug. Okay.
Well, if we can't fix it, then we can't fix it.
Maybe it'll pop up later.
We had to keep an eye out for some bats, yes.
Okay. Do you keep going?
All right, I'll
Yeah.
can let you know if I see any. I
Yep.
guess.
Pinball is like walking backwards, look at the other two of them sipping out of a Twisted Tea.
Well, after a bit of walking, you can kind of see the neon lights and the buildings, like not the advertising buildings, the storefronts. You can see them start to quickly fade away, just get replaced by standard-looking, not very well-maintained apartments. Pretty similar to the things you'd find in Night City. Again, slightly cleaner and not with broken windows.
That's like home sweet home.
You can see above each door there is a number. All of them have... One second. You can see they all have 4 on them, and all the ones... As I mentioned before, the ship is... The floor is 2 stories high, and so there are 2 stories of each, so the second number of the codes. It's a 4-digit code for each. The one on the first 4 story is 1, and the top is 2. And yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Sorry,
apartments.
guys. Can you like? I think I must have just blanked out. What did you say?
You know
I
what?
heard the
I
words.
said a
but-
lot of nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was just kind of saying that all of the apartments have a little 4-digit number above them.
Oh, okay. Onwards to 4. The 4s.
They all have a number 4 on them. You assume this is because they are on 4.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what's the number we're looking for again?
I know.
I'm sorry. 4127.
All right. Let's just head over there then. What are we standing around here for?
Just enjoying the scenery.
It's a little bit more walking you do.
Beautiful
into
apartment.
You have to take a right turn down. Well, it's not exactly an alleyway, but it is a little go-y, downy area, if that makes sense, between 2 rows of buildings. And there you find the apartment you're looking for. But there is only one problem. There are people outside at one moment. Yeah, so there are 5 people out of it, and they're all wearing gang colors. There's one of them knocking on the door and shouting really loudly for someone inside to open up. And you can also see that the other... He has a heavy pistol in his hand, and he's using the butt of that to knock on the door. The other gangsters don't have a pistol, but they instead have a baseball bat.
There's one.
Please tell me you say that in character.
Yep.
Pinball very audibly laughs.
The head gangster turns around and you laugh, and he says, with a bit of a snarkiness tone, "You think something's funny?"
No, I'm just enjoying the scenery.
Scenery's funny, eh? Oh, we're doing some business here, so... Hey, don't you start laughing too. Ugh.
Excuse me, we were having an impassioned conversation about something else. I promise you weren't involved.
Right, okay, well, carry on then.
Does something seem to be the problem outside this apartment?
Sorry, say that again?
Does something seem to be the problem outside this apartment, gentlemen?
Oh, yeah. Weirdo inside ain't opening up. We're giving orders to get him outside and answer a couple questions.
What kind of questions?
Well, apparently, I don't really know. Apparently some higher up guy wants us to take him to his apartment, but he really doesn't want to go for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Leave
Well,
it up
aren't you
to
gay?
his. Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead.
say that again.
Well, uh, well, aren't you a gang? That's what you're wearing, right?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, why would anyone want to go with you?
Because I have the gun.
I think a lot of people have guns that shouldn't be influencing our decision making. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I need this guy to get out here, okay? So, can't help him get out, just leave. I don't know.
Listen. Someone in there is a friend of mine, and I'd like to speak with him. Can you perhaps delay this matter? Come back around to it later?
Can you roll me a persuasion check?
Alright.
Wait, you know this guy?
Pinball does not have time to answer that right now. Alright, persuasion. Oof, a nice cool plus 14.
Okay.
That is another 19. Cool.
You see the lead gang member, he looks pretty conflicted. Says, I don't know. I would really like this guy to get out here, but you know, if you can help him get him out, then I guess I'll let you get in. Then
Right,
just
just
kind of step aside.
give us a little space for a minute. Alright, I'll talk to him.
The gang members are kind of exchange looks between each other before stepping back. The ones on the side, the not usual bats, they still look pretty confused. I thought they were going to be seeing some action, but sadly not.
Okay.
That's why the guy says, I'll give you 10 minutes.
Did you guys take the bats from the batting cages?
Yeah, why?
Just curious.
Yeah.
The guy seemed really mad about it.
I'll let him be mad. If he wants bats, he can buy them himself. Well, I'm sure he did, but they're ours now, so.
Milk doesn't laugh, so you know. I'm laughing because that's funny.
Pinball shrugs. That's gang life for you.
Yeah. Not all of it allows us to get we're going weapons on the ship. Well, legally, anyway.
Yeah. Alright, Pinball will walk up to the door and try and produce a very different knocking sound than the one of a pistol hitting the door.
Why don't you just text the number back?
Pinball looks up with a blank expression. Milk? Would you text the number back for me, please?
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this. He looks up like you've just had an idea that he didn't have. That's basically the expression he gives. It's just like, why did I not do that?
Yeah, Milk texts the number that we're at the door.
Thank you.
There is a brief delay. You kind of see the windows next to the little window curtains. They open up, and you see a set of rather old eyes peek out to you. Once they realize it's you, they quickly rush over to the door and crack it open just slightly enough for you to get in, but to keep the gang members out.
Alright.
So, yeah.
Pinball steps
So,
inside.
As you do step inside, you kind of get it's a different vibe from the one outside. Actually, it reminds both Milk and Petro of their own workshop areas. It's very clearly been turned into a techie kind of like workshop. There's a bunch of spare parts flying around, some screens showing blueprints. Just pretty standard stuff, but just in a much cleaner environment. It's all things considered, it's not a poorly looking inside of an apartment as far as apartments would usually go.
Can I have some of your metal?
Why do you want metal? Look, thank you all for coming on such short notice. Play, please. So, as stated before, the office is very familiar to both Milk and Petro. The pinball, though, it might be a bit foreign. It's pretty nice as far as apartments go, only a lot of it has been overrun with techie gear. You can even see a couple of suspiciously unmarked crates underneath one of the desks. But the man before you, he looks to be pretty old. He's wearing a white jacket and a pair of not sunglasses, I'm sorry, and a pair of glasses that kind of make his eyes look a little bit bigger. He seems to be pretty nervous, especially with the events going on outside. He's kind of trembling a little, and he does speak with a pretty heavy stutter. He quickly starts speaking. You make sure to lock the door behind him. You can tell there's a lot of locks on the door that weren't originally there. There's maybe about like 5 or so. After he does that, he turns around and starts speaking. He says, Good day. I am Professor Magnolia. I'm the one who has sent you the agent texts. Thank you for making it here. If you wouldn't mind taking a seat, could I get you anything to drink?
Pinball raises his can and says, well, but thank you.
Yeah. Good.
Water.
Water. I don't see people getting water that often, but yes, give me one moment. Yes, of course, hydration is very important, especially for people. Yes, with a little nervous laugh before going into the kitchen. He brings back a water and he just kind of tosses it to you with a bit of a shaky aim. He then clears his throat and he goes to his one of his computers and he pulls up this document. As he's doing so, he speaks. He says, "So, I guess I should just cut right to the chase. I need the three of you to do something very important to me. I need you to take something from the ship's cargo. Yeah."
So you want us to go rob the ship?
Yes, rob the ship. But it's not robbing the ship, it's just robbing this person on the ship. And this person in particular. And you see him press a button, and a picture of a corpse shows up on screen. Looks to be a pretty rugged man. He has a pretty thick mustache and a pair of goggles over his head. Looks to be pretty not very emotional in the picture. He's not smiling or even really looking at the camera. And you see in large letters below his name, Jake Black. And says this is Jake Black. He is a high-ranking corporal of Militech, and he's on the ship. And I used to work for him. You see, a few months ago, he was having me program. Well, he wasn't making me program, but I showed him one of the blueprints for one of my new inventions, and it's right here. It's my blueprint. You can tell that he's very much struggling to speak here. He clearly doesn't do very good with people, but as he's talking, he does work very quickly on the computer, pulling up a blueprint for what appears to be some kind of cybernetic implant for. It looks like wings, and he says that this is what I call the Mothra. It's pretty much a cybernetic implant that would allow the user to hover in the air. It was very early prototype, and I think that anyway, I showed it to him, and he seemed very interested, and he wanted to start making prototypes right away, but said it needed a bit more testing. But he went ahead with it anyway, and now he has a version of it on the ship, and he's going to show it off in a week. and I need you to take it and bring it to me before that happens.
All right. Well, you know, a gig like this is gonna require some compensation. You know, that's not just
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
rob a
yes,
corp.
yes, of course.
Like,
Thank you.
how much we talking about?
I could always offer you money, or if you'd like, I can offer you something a bit more unique, like maybe a lifetime rent on the ship.
You can do that?
I don't know how long.
Well, I can always pay. Even if I couldn't, I do have connections to some people in Militech. I'm sure they wouldn't mind pulling a few strings. They are.
Are there like? Is there like a lot of opportunity around?
Oh, well, you have. Well, the first thing you did when you stepped on the ship was you got a job. Yes. Yes, I'm sure people like you will be very sought after. I mean, free people in the royal line, that's quite a commodity. I mean, those people in that line are all, or in that class, I should say, are all corvos and higher-ups who don't want to take the job. But you people, you get so many chances that no one else could. Like take for example the tour, and you don't know about the tour yet, do you? And as he is talking, he brings up this little document explaining, like, it seems to be addressed to the three of you, but it just hadn't shipped out. It wasn't sent to your inbox yet. And it seems to be some sort of invitation for a tour, for a 3-day tour around the ship, and we get to explore places that normal citizens or guests wouldn't be allowed to as a part of your sweepstakes.
I'll think about it.
Okay, well, please think quickly. If you don't mind, I would like to explain a little bit more. You see, this tour of this is going to take you to the cargo, to the cargo area, and this is where the Mothra, not the Mothra is being held, and I just go there and take it. I don't know how you do it. However you do it is up to you, of course. But I'm, like I said before, I'm willing to pay handsomely for it.
Well,
please think about it, and if you decide, please get...
I was
Sorry, go on.
mainly talking about the payment. I mean, the job sounds good to me.
Oh, okay. Good. And you kind of see him act. He seems to be pretty embarrassed that he's on that long tangent. So he thinks about it more. So yes, payment. I could always just pay you in a ton of eddies, of course. But if you would, I could make you have free rent aboard the ship for life, which is a very long time.
All right. This seems like kind of a small job for 3 whole people, you know, or any kind of opposition we might be facing. Any guards? Or
Yes,
like
definitely. Because they wouldn't just leave their cargo unguarded. Yes. I don't know the details entirely, but there would be probably be a couple of guards around the cargo ship. Plus, you'll have to somehow sneak away from the tour without, drawing too much attention to yourselves. But I believe I haven't fully planned out the plan, as it were, but I do believe there is some way we could get you into the cargo bay from the tour area without getting caught.
For the payment, can we just can you wait for maybe a month for me to decide?
For the payment for the actual job. Payment, yes, of course, that's fine. Yes, you do get a free month of rent, if I remember correctly. It's used for me, and I will be severely in your debt.
So, tour, then cargo bay, then your wings.
Yes. if you want to do it another way, it is up to you. I just need those before we teach. Mr. Black will be having a presentation where he's going to show off the wings, and I fear that when he does so, something bad might happen. They haven't exactly been tested yet.
You take the risk of presenting something he didn't test?
He's been pressured a lot by higher-ups. Apparently, he hasn't been producing anything that grand lately to meet their expectations. He's hoping that a stunt like this could get him some brownie points, as they say.
Hmm. You said the design was originally yours? He stole it from you?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, it is. It's also a pretty big reason why I'm doing it, if I must admit.
How'd that happen?
Quite simple, really. He has connections. He pretty much blackmailed me, has some dirt that I would really rather not get into here. And he basically used that to get leverage and take full credit for the invention.
You don't even get like a footnote?
Not even a footnote. Man. You can see that he's like pretty pissed about it, even though he's not really trying to show it.
Sounds pretty corporate.
Yes, that's the last time I'm ever with Militech.
Yeah, they're scary, that's for sure.
So, do we have a deal?
It's...
I mean, if everyone else is down for it, I guess. I wouldn't say no to some free bucks.
been a while since I did work like this, but I think I could do it.
Wonderful. To be honest, you really are the only people who could help me. I mean, that was only...
Ask why... Yeah, kind of going along with what he's saying. Can I ask why you called us?
Well, you are the only free people in the royal class who aren't royals as they are. I feel this is a very good opportunity, and may I say you're the only ones who could possibly get into it between the tour and I bet the corporas and the people on ship, they kind of have to let you get away with some certain things to... Well, let's face it, this sweepstakes was pretty much a PR stunt. I mean, what isn't these days? So they want to make it seem like a very good thing, so we'll enter into future sweepstakes and money and advertising and all that stuff. So I feel like because of that, you are possibly the best candidates for this job.
I recall anything else about that sweepstakes. Did I pay to enter it?
You didn't have to pay to enter it, but you did have to sign like some terms and agreements that have put you on a mailing list.
Okay, I see. So it's just like kind of drive signups, I guess.
Yeah. Just
Pinball.
then,
Oh,
go
ahead.
on. No, you go.
Pibble will kind of nod along and then ask, yeah, these sweepstakes, I don't remember doing anything other than signing up for a mailing list. Do you know anything else about them?
Well, he kind of takes a moment to think. I'm sorry, but I really don't. You could possibly ask, and right before you can finish talking, there's a knock on the door, and you hear the loud voice of the gang members like, "All right, time's up, bring them out." And did I change his voice? Whatever. And as he says,
oh, go, you go ahead.
says that Magnolia suddenly looks really scared, and he's like, "Shoot, I forgot about those guys. Shoot. And he's just looking really panicked.
I can try and talk.
Do you think talking will work? I mean, they're bloodthirsty. Just look at them." And, well, he kind of points at the thing. They do look pretty pissed that they've been made to wait this long. So, damn it, I bet Black was behind this. I should have thought of that before. mean, the fact that I booked passage onto the ship, as he booked passage onto the ship. Dang it, he probably wants me gone. Or can you even think about stealing his shit?
Do I still
It
have my
looks like-
cargo with me, or was that taken before we get on the ship?
You still have your stuff. You have your. I should have mentioned this before. But yeah, you all have your suitcases with you when you enter the ship with all your stuff in it, including your weapons.
Mm-hmm. Kind of nods, looks between the other two of them. Well, I know the three of us are armed if it came to that, but I would like to try and talk.
Yeah, I don't want to shoot up the place already. I've only been here a few, how long? Hours? Minutes?
Time is pretty freaky in here, isn't it? He's kind of comments. He's still looking like terrified, but okay. So what do you do?
Well, you know, I have a host of more questions for you, but I guess we are out of time. What about the two of you? Mind if I say my piece before we...
Yeah, go ahead. I don't want to get shut up already.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Pinball blinks. He hears nothing.
Okay. So you open the door.
Yeah, Pinball will open the door.
Okay. You see the guy in front of the door. He's holding his gun again. He's using his pound on the door. And he nearly pounds on your face because you opened it up, but he quickly pulls back. He's like, sorry about that. So, you bring him out or what?
On that subject, can you do me a solid?
Solid? What would that be? He seems a little bit... I see he looks a little bit... not Adam. He looks a little bit concerned about what you're going to say.
Pinball nods, understanding his concern. I'm trying to pick the right words here. Okay, I think Pinball would say, listen, can you come back to this tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you, that guy really wanted it done today.
Listen, a lot of people want a lot of things done. I understand the situation you're coming from, but, let me tell you, the inside of this room does not look much better than the outside. Visually or in, terms of status. It's, dire straits. I just need this to, well, we need a bit more time to figure something out so that everyone can, get out of this successfully.
Okay, can you roll me a persuasion check?
And I roll charismatic impact. I'm trying to use my roll ability.
Okay,
Rocker boy.
Let me look that up real quick. No, I think I know I want to check.
I guess I would have to make fans out of them first. I guess I'm going to roll to make them my fans.
Okay,
You know,
1 second.
how many of them are there?
There's 5 in total.
Okay, it's gonna be a small group DV. I don't know about my odds. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay,
One
do you have
moment,
it pulled
let
up in the book?
Yeah, let me just read over it really quick. Okay, so you're trying to make them into fans?
Yeah, I'm trying to make them my fans because then if they're fans, then I can convince them to do me a favor or just leave it be.
Okay.
What is
so
the
this is a
D?
roll-
What's this? Because it's a small group, right? For 5 of them. What's the DV for that?
DV would be 10.
DV 10. Okay. Oof. And I only have a +4.
Alright, let's see it.
I'm gonna luck snipe this. I'm gonna put all 8 of my luck points into this. We're doing it.
Okay.
I'm gonna really try and save this guy. All right. So this is +4 +8. So I have a total of a +12 to this roll. I don't think I had to roll
wonder if
that
you're going
one.
to fail it.
Please. Okay.
That one.
We're good. 8.
Wow. he kind of see the gangsters behind him. One of them kind of taps him on the shoulder, and kind of hear him talking. He's like, "Hey, this guy's kind of all right, you know." It's like, "Yeah, I know he's all right, but we gotta." He's like, "Come on, just give him once more time. Give him more time." But why should we? We don't even know. He's just. And they look like they're kind of about to argue with each other, but before they do, little guy shakes his head. No, says, "You know what? You're all right. Tomorrow, you said?
24 hours.
24 hours, got it. But if we don't have him in our hands by then, well, I don't think the boss is going to be very happy."
I understand that. Thank you.
Yes, it is. Alright, let's get out of here. And you can see him and his gang members, they kind of start to trot off. And some of them look concerned, some of them don't really seem to care.
Alright, Pinball shuts the door, turns to Magnolia, looks him, like, dead in the eyes, like, pretty serious. You know that? 24 hours.
Oh, thank God. Oh my God, you have no idea how thankful no, it's just time. He starts to kind of think of what he's supposed to do. Well, I obviously can't stay here for 24 hours. I need some other place to stay, but what? Oh, goodness. Maybe if I could just, no. And he doesn't really seem to know what to do.
Do the royal rooms let me have a +1? Do they care?
Yeah, no, they don't care.
Okay. Pinball shrugs. You want to come to the upper deck?
Yes. If you have me.
Of course. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you're a lifesaver. Okay, let me just pack up my stuff. Do you know which apartment you will be in up there?
Do I check my agent. We'll say that.
Check your agent. Yes, you do know it would be room 177.
177.
Sorry, one moment. Yeah. Sorry, I thought my parents said something. Go on.
Pinball says 177.
Okay, great. I need a bit to pack up all my stuff, and I'll meet you up there.
Sounds good. How about the other two of you? How are you doing?
Dad.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised those gangers are just like, yeah, we can just wait and give this guy time to escape. But you know what?
I've been where they've been. They've been where I've been.
Well,
it's just understanding.
I'm talking about how you spoke to those people for like 5 minutes straight without them getting mad at you.
He kind of smiles, almost like, I don't know how to describe this, bashful, like, well, I appreciate the compliment.
This man will give a huge shot. He's starting to pack up his stuff. It's like, and Milk and Petro, yes. I know the two of you are both on the more technical side of things. If you would like, once I get everything set up, back up, I might be a while to let the heat in here cool down. But if you would like to use any of my stuff, you are free to. Your purposes, yes.
Oh, so I didn't need to steal your medal.
All right.
You were going to steal my medal?
Did I say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Then no.
Yeah.
Well, please. Okay.
That then no
good.
is like
yes, you
the clearest lie you've ever heard.
I'm watching you.
I did ask first.
Whatever. Yes, you did. Is there anything else I can walk over to you for my yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. It's about all this. It's just I've ever made people do something illegal.
Well, not really make.
I suppose I've suggested. Is there anything else I can do or
Do we just go on the elevator for the tour?
I do not know. I believe it'll start off on the top deck and you'll be sent down a staff-only elevator. That would be, I believe your tour will start about 2 days from now.
I guess we have 2 days to scope out the storage room then.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Speaking of, I hope you two have some good ideas to do that. This is not exactly my
What
wheelhouse.
if we made like a what if we got like a small drone we made?
I like the sound of that. Seems that definitely does. He is a tech, so he does like the idea of anything technical. But what have you left to do this?
Probably whip
Yes.
something up.
I really hope you are able to do this. Thank you very, very much.
Of course, as long as I can help.
Is there anything else?
Oh god, I had like another question, but I'm trying to remember what it was gonna be. All right. How long have you been on the ship?
Oh, a couple of weeks. See, I knew that Mr. Black was going to be on here ahead of time. So I decided to board beforehand to hope that it would take longer for him to find out that I was here, but clearly that didn't work.
Okay. Well, that was my last question.
Wonderful.
Well, Pinball starts to head up.
Yeah. Milk follows along.
I guess I said in my room as well.
As you go out, you do see another class elevator right in front of the area you went to get to the apartment area. There's a security guard outside, but he kind of recognizes you because he when it's in the sweepstakes and he lets you off the elevator.
Cool.
So you're free to go in, you close, and the elevator starts to rise again. The screen shows up like before, but instead of Willow, it's just an advertisement for something. It doesn't really matter what it is, but you can see finally the streets of Night City are going farther and farther below you. Of course, you're nowhere near above the city line, as it previously. Space that isn't much in terms of Night City. But as you make it to the top floor, the elevator opens up, and you find yourself in, I suppose it's a paradise. It's a nice grassy green park. There's children playing. There's people of corpos sitting on benches and going for walks, most of whom are on their phones. You see in front of you, a little bit ways in front of you, is a large pool. It's a massive, absolutely huge pool with both mostly people from the lower decks. There's beach music playing in the background, and welcome to the Monarch of the Tide. And I think that will end tonight's session.
You might want to cut out the parts about Case.